Hey folks, Anthony here from Anthony's Answers. And this is part 2 of the self-concept that we were working with yesterday. And right now we're in Texas. Yesterday we were in California when I did the video from yesterday. But anyway, so part 2 is what is the self-concept? And the self-concept is real simple. It is simply your assumption, perceptions, conceptions, and beliefs of who you are and the world around you. That's it. That's all it is. Okay? And then what happens is that self-concept is pushed out onto the screen of space. And then the reflection that you see coming back is how people treat you, what happens to you in the world around you, because you have global assumptions and perceptions as well as personal. And so that's reflected back to you, okay? Now, if you followed any of my videos from before, you know that you have within you an energy, a power, a source, the all, God, the universe, however, whatever you want to call it. That power pushes out, but then there's a filter before it hits the screen of space. That filter is your self-concept. And so that filter takes that power that's pushed out, and then that is now reflected back to you. Let me face this way. That's now reflected back to you from the people, places, things, and circumstances in your life. Okay? And that self-concept is what you identify as. I am Anthony. I'm a YouTuber. I also drive for a large company. Not for very much longer. So on and so forth. Okay? So you need to understand what that all is. Because once you start to understand, you'll have a better grasp on how to deal with some of those situations. Okay? And one of the biggest situations is people think that they're not good enough. I'm not good enough. And so we need to get a grasp on that. All right? So that identity that you have, also, some people call it the ego. If you've read any of Eckhart Tolle's books, you'll see that he can call it the ego. And that ego, once you identify with something and you have a belief, the ego is going to hold on to that like nobody's business. It does not want to let go of that. Okay? So the ego can be either your best friend or your worst enemy. And for most of it, it's our worst enemy. Because that's the very thing that holds us back. And the only reason for that is like I said yesterday, is because we have attitudes and beliefs that were formed while we were children. All right? And so we really need to get a grasp of that and then change that. We can change that. Okay? We can change our self-concepts, and I kind of went into it yesterday about how to do that. All right? So pay attention to that. Go back to that video. Go back to some of my other videos on our Facebook group, on the private Facebook group. There is a link in the description. There's also a link in the bio on Anthony's Answers to get to my website and to also get to Facebook. All right? And then it also has a link in the bio to get to the other YouTube channel that has some other videos that will help you out. This is just answering questions. I did this one today to kind of back up the question that I had yesterday. Why is the self-concept so important? Okay? And the more I ruminated on it and thought about it, the more I realized that I need to get you some more answers for this. All right? So tomorrow I may do a third part of this. We'll see. I do have it written out already, but that might go into another video onto the other channel. But it might come here too. as well. So stay tuned for that, okay? Thanks for listening, folks. And subscribe, give us a thumbs up, comment, please. And if you have any questions, email me at anthony@livingtheend.com and put those questions in there, or you can put them into the comments if you want. I read the comments every day. So check it out. All right? Thanks for listening, folks. And remember, you've got this.